Hello everybody, I'm Sniping is Fun, and this is going to be a continuation to my Operation Rainfall video, the localization video I did a couple days ago. I was going to do this in that video, but I forgot to do so. But this isn't exactly, this is both like a continuation of that video and sort of a response to other, like a response video as well. You know, the people like WeLover07 and Nintendo 316 and, you know, other people out there that are like them that are basically against these localizations and what everyone's doing about this whole Operation Rainfall and all these other localization, you know, this movement that's been going on for like Xenoblade, Last Story, Pandora's Tower, Fire Emblem, you know, Disaster, Dynamic Slash, at least that's what I'm doing. Other people are doing like Mother 3 and Fatal Frame and all that, you know, stuff like that. This is a continuation because I didn't specify this in my video, but I'm going to say it here now, and it is sort of a response to them as well. Basically, these people, like, I'm going to specifically say WeLover, because really Nintendo hasn't really done exactly anything to this yet, at least video-wise, besides back when him and WeLover did the response to game reviews. Besides comments, he's done comments, but WeLover's the only one that's specifically done a video so far. This is just a little response. Basically, these people are saying, why don't you just go out, you know, buy a Japanese Wii and import all the games? Why don't you, you know, homebrew your system? And all I'm going to say is, not everyone wants to do that. Not everyone wants to go out and buy a Japanese Wii. Not everyone wants to homebrew their system. You say, oh, if you're so dedicated to get these games, they would go do this just to buy them instead of waiting and trying to do this whole Operation Rainfall, trying to get these games imported here. I'm going to specify for myself, though. I'm sure this would apply to a few other people. But myself really right here. I don't want to get a Japanese Wii. I'm sorry, but I don't. I don't want to have to get a third Wii. I have two already. I have the white Wii I got back in 2007 from Blockbusters, my first Wii, and I have the red Wii that I showed you guys that I got months ago for my birthday. I still haven't opened yet, but it's going to be opened over the summer. I don't need to get it. I don't want to get. And I should not have to get a third Wii just to play a few games. There's like 4 or 5 games that I want to play on the Wii, and the chances of all of them come here, you know, are fine. You know, something like Dynamic Slash and Earthseeker. I mean, I would like to play them or at least try them out, but if they don't come here, you know, that's all fine and dandy. Xenoblade, Last Story, and Pandora's Tower are some games I really, really want to play, and you're literally telling me to spend like I don't know how much, at least, you know, yen to, you know, US dollars equivalent, like how much a Wii sells for in Japan, but to buy a Japanese Wii and all those games would just cost me so much more money than to go to the store and spend like $150 or whatever to buy the 3 games themselves. And besides just that, I don't need a third Wii, especially if it's going to just let me play a couple games. Because would I be able to play those games on my normal my 2 American Wiis? I won't be able to. And will I be able to play any of my American games on that Japanese Wii? No, unless I homebrew the system. And there's a reason why I don't want to do that as well. 2 reasons, in fact. Number 1, if you guys remember correctly, back in November, my Wii broke down because the disc, you know, slot, the disc reader messed up. I wasn't able to play my, you know, I wasn't able to play any games, so I had to send it into Nintendo for a repair. And then thus, I got a year warranty. If I go and homebrew the thing, my year warranty is shot. It's done. I can't send it into them because I tamper with the system. And getting any future year warranties, the same thing. And I need a year warranty. I need to know my system is safe. If the system ever breaks down again, I want to make sure I can send it into them again and get it repaired. I don't want the system to be broken down for good, and either I have to deal with that and get it repaired some other way, or I have to buy another system. I want to be able to make sure I have a working Wii to play my games. And now that I have a red Wii, at least I can play it on that, or the white Wii in case one of them break and send them in for repairs. But it's just the whole idea. Back then, I didn't have one. I didn't have another Wii. So it's kind of like I had to wait like a month to be able to play any Wii games. And besides just that, if I did homebrew it, and you know, I would do my research beforehand. I'm sure anyone would. No one would jump in and just run and gun kind of thing, like, you know, just do it out of nowhere. What if I mess up and I break the system myself trying to homebrew it? That's just my question. I don't want to be the fault of my own system breaking down, like trying to homebrew the thing. I don't see no point in homebrewing it. I don't want to like play any of these hacked games. I don't want that. I just want to play a few games that probably should be coming here anyways. Because let's just say this: You guys say these games won't sell here because the market here in America won't do it, but if you're talking about RPGs have sold quite a bit in the past. Stuff like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy and all that, and Dragon Quest all sold a lot in the past, which proves that American gamers like to play JRPGs, RPGs. And you say America only likes shooters and sports games. So if that's true, that must mean that Wii Lover and Nintendo must have a ton of shooters and a ton of sports games in their collections, because if that's what Americans play, and we all know that's what you said, that would be what your gaming library would fill with almost, for the most part. Just saying what you guys said. Not going against you guys. You guys are cool. You guys are still cool in my book. I'm just saying basically what you're saying. That's not what I want. I'm from America, but you know, that's not true, at least on my front. I don't like playing shooters all the time. I don't like playing sports games. And in fact, the only sports games I really like playing are the arcadey ones like NBA Jam. And I like the occasional shooter. I like shooters, and I would certainly put in my top 5 genres I like, but I do know that the genre, this generation especially, is vastly overrated and is almost like done to death. The genre is milked like crazy, and a lot of them are boring. Really, they are. Probably my favorite shooter of all time series would probably be like Time Splitters, maybe even GoldenEye. That's about it. I don't really like much of anything else. I play other stuff, but I don't really enjoy them all that much. They're not like all-time favorites or anything. You know, something like that. But these games have sold in the past, and the fact that all these other genres sell in America, and the fact that these gamers are all like doing their hardest, getting the word out there, doing what they can to, you know, make sure these games sell, or these games even come here in the first place, and show that they want the game so bad. That generally shows you that that's not the only that's not like the only genres like America likes playing, like, you know, for video games. They like playing other games. They like playing other stuff. Basically, that's all I'm saying. And you say that there's no way they could sell here. Due to the fact that the creators that made Xenoblade made the Xenosaga series, and the fact that you can market it like that, as well as the scores that's beginning in Japan and what's pretty much beginning in Europe, that game can sell pretty well over here if we see some commercials on like the internet, and we see some commercials on, you know, the TV and stuff like that, and posters or whatnot, you know, all over the place. They get advertised as such. Xenoblade, not Xenoblade, sorry. The last story was made by Hironobu Sakaguchi, the creator of Final Fantasy. A ton of people love Final Fantasy. You don't think they can market it as such? That right there is marketing in and of itself. People are like, oh, this was made by the same creator as Final Fantasy. You guess what? I should try it out. I love the Final Fantasy series. I'm going to try this game series out. And guess what? They may very well like it. And that will help sell Last Story. When it comes to Pandora's Tower, that's a new Nintendo franchise. They can be marketed as such, and people out there say, oh, Nintendo doesn't make new IPs. They don't do that. Well, which they do, of course. Anyways, they would be able to try this out because it's like an action type game that they very well might be interested in. It can be marketed as such, as well as marketed as a new Nintendo franchise, and have some good marketing behind it, and that game could sell well too. Maybe it won't sell as well as maybe like Xenoblade or Last Story, but it will sell well, and I think it would do well here in America. It will. I'm sure of it. It's just the whole idea. This is a response to you, Wii Lover, Nintendo, other people out there. Not everyone wants to buy a Japanese Wii or homebrew their system just to get these games. They don't want to go out of their way to do something that they don't want to do in the first place, because they really don't need to do such in the first place, just to get a few games that they want to play, which pretty much be coming over anyways. And on top of that, these games will sell here if they are marketed right. And like how I said, that's how they can be marketed, and they will sell really well. I'm sure, maybe not really, really well, but they will sell well enough to make a profit. They will sell well, and then and over time, they can gradually get more sales because word of mouth and all that stuff. You can't really do word of mouth now because like people in Japan can't really give, you know, like word of mouth to people in America, because I mean you can give online, yes, but It's not the same thing as like your neighbor being like, "Oh, I played Last Story. I mean, I'd recommend this game to you. I know you like RPGs. I know you like RPGs. This game is an awesome game. It's from the creator of Final Fantasy. It's an amazing RPG on the Wii. Oh my gosh, I recommend you buy it." You're like, "Really? Okay, I'm gonna go. Let me play it with you. Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna go to the store and buy it." You know, word of mouth goes far, people. You know, that's all I'm saying. I think these games will do well here, and I am going to continue going on the Facebook page. I'm eventually going to mail them the letter for Last Story, mail them the letter for Pandora's Tower, and outside of Operation Rainfall, I'm going to continue going on for Earthseeker, for Dynamic Slash, and especially for Fire Emblem 3 Remake on the DS. I'm over the last couple of years, I've gotten into the Fire Emblem series. I want to continue playing it, but as of now, I own all the games that have come out to America, and I'm at a standstill here if I can't continue playing any other games. And if they go over this and bring out a new game and be like, "Why didn't you bring out 3?" I would expect with you making all these remakes, and this is how someone actually said it on my comment section from my last video about this. They thought the reason why they were making all these remakes were so these games would get outside of Japan and other people would be able to play Fire Emblem 1, Fire Emblem 2, Fire Emblem 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 7, 8, 9, 10. There's no 11 yet. We got a remake of 1, and unless you were able to, you know, import the games back then, you never got a chance to play them. We still need 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And my last thought here, and this is a pretty big one as well. Why would people... I mean, they did this with Fatal Frame, but this would take gamers, you know, dedication and all that to go about doing something like this. Like what they did with Fatal Frame, and they modded the game with homebrew so it would have like English subtitles. If they did something like that with these games, that would work. But even so, that's too much work, and that would also, like I said, require homebrew to do something like that. Not everyone knows the Japanese language, and I really highly doubt people are going to learn a single language just to play a few games. If you want to learn a language, you would want to actually learn a language to be able to use it in modern day conversation, to actually learn the language, not, "Oh, I want to understand it to play a couple games." Just saying, not everyone understands Japanese, and these games, I mean, I could understand if it was a little known game that would have like not a lot of dialogue in it, but these games are RPGs and have a lot of dialogue, conversation, cutscenes, and I'd be watching it, and if there's no subtitles, especially if they don't do subtitles in English, and I highly doubt they do, I'd be like sitting there like this, "What did that guy just say?" Because I don't understand Japanese. I would actually like to learn the language, not for games though, but just to learn it for various other reasons. You know, I would like to know it for games though, and you know, for anime and whatnot like that. But I'd like to know it overall, so I can be able to do it for those things, not only for those things, and especially not just for a few games. So that's just my little thoughts on why I myself think they should come here. Not everyone, and those reasons are, not everyone wants to import, not everyone wants the homebrew, not everyone knows Japanese. The games will sell here if marketed right, and denying gamers the chance to play games they would like to play just by keeping them in a certain part of the world is unfair. And I know it's been done in the past, but this could be the chance we could change all that. This could be the chance from now on, with games that might never have a chance coming here, to keep it up. We start with these games, and we keep this going for years and years to come on. Whenever we see another game we're interested in, and looks like it has no chance coming here. And who knows, maybe this will get a chance to show Nintendo games like this. Gamers want these kind of games. And although games like this are here already for the Wii, and other systems as well, this will keep it up. I just think it was fun. Hope you guys liked this little video, although it's not a little video, it's 15 minutes about now. Hope you guys liked it. Put in the comment section if you agree with me or disagree with me. Keep up this whole Operation Rainfall and other localization help over Facebook and emails and whatnot. I hope this gets somewhere. Hope you guys like this. Please subscribe if you want to, and see you guys later.